Howdy, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Debauchery Circus campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. As always, we are live streaming our sessions on twitch.tv first, and then we will be uploading the episodes to YouTube and podcast 1 week later. If you enjoy what you see here, feel free to follow and subscribe here on Twitch and on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV or on Twitter as random_Rhapsody. So, when we last left off, the Debauchery Circus was traveling north through the dark woods of the Fanghorn Forest to shave a bit of time from their journey to the capital city of North Emia. While the journey started easy enough, the circus was soon forced to travel on foot after the loss of their horse and wagon during a werebear attack, and had chosen to go at a stealthier pace. As the group traveled north, they soon encountered a group of ogres led by a troll who seemed to be carrying fresh game back to their hovel. The circus at first decided to wait out the creatures, but ultimately decided to follow them and eliminate the threat. The group set out at first light and managed to catch the ogres unaware, taking them out one by one as they made their way through the cave. And they found some very interesting items once all the ogres and troll lay dead. After identifying the magic items for the group, Shadowfire surprised the rest by thrusting a large bag into Tergot's hands before running out of the entrance to the troll and ogre's cave. The rest of the party was caught completely off guard, and as Tergot opened the sack, he discovered that the Luxodon had given him a huge amount of coins that the cleric had apparently been saving up this entire journey. And so, Debauchery Circus, you are all kind of crowded around Tergot as you all gaze down into the bag filled with coins. Tergot, I gave you a handout that says how much is in there, so you should be able to see that now.
Yep.
Anyway, as you all look confusedly between the bag and the passage south, where Shadowfire had disappeared down, an odd question kind of comes to everybody's mind. A question that maybe some of you might not have considered before. The question is, funnily enough, what would be your character's theme song or favorite band or favorite genre type of music? And since Fantine, you rolled first, why don't you go ahead and go?
So I'm guessing this is favorite real life band if she lived in the real world.
It's up to you completely, however you want to answer it.
What about Florence and the Machine? Because she gives us some witchy vibes, so I'll go with that.
Okay, yeah, Florence and the Machine. Absolutely, I can see that about her.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Ormr, you're next.
Ormr's favorite music would probably be slow jazz. As she wanders along, seeing the world, that'd probably be playing in her mind.
Oh yeah, I can see that for sure. Okay, Tergot, you're next.
I would say like some type of a folk music, I guess.
Okay, folk music. Yeah, you were raised in the Druid's Grove, so there's probably a lot of hippie type music playing, lots of bluegrassy style stuff. I can see that. Okay, Finn, you're last.
It would definitely be something raucous. I'm thinking like House of Pain or the Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah, Dropkick Murphys, I dig that. I can see that about Finn. No
Yes, something that like you just start playing it and instantly people just want to like jump up and like break stuff or like start a mosh pit or something.
Okay. Cool.
Angry music.
Yeah, angry music.
Not necessarily angry.
I wish I was playing a wizard so I could say lo-fi hip-hop beats to study to.
Lol.
But anyway, as you guys kind of think to yourselves about your favorite music and genres or bands or whatnot, there you stand in the middle of that ogre and trolls den. The dead bodies fairly stinking at this point, at least for the fact that they've been dead for a little while. So you know what happens next. And it is a troll cave, so it's just smelly to begin with. But there you stand, all looking down at Tergot, who's holding this bag of money, while Shadowfire just ran full speed out and disappeared.
Shadowfire, wait, oh, God, what is he doing?
Nice going, Tergot. You scared him away.
I did not, listen, I've had a lot of people reach for my money bag in my time.
Guess he just decided to leave and left us with all of his coin.
But why? I mean, we do
Shadowfire was
argue
always the
constantly.
mysterious one, and we did argue quite a lot, and he did not take to it.
I suppose that makes, but he could have kept his money.
Perhaps where he's going, he won't need it.
You kind of need money everywhere.
Everywhere? I'm like, I grew up with so much money, I don't see the value of it.
Yeah, it's Fantine everywhere. You literally, if you don't
one
pay
banana,
taxes,
how much could it cost? 10 gold pieces?
So I hate to ask this because it's probably gross, but did we check the bodies?
Yes,
I think we did.
you did.
Okay, just checking.
Is there any more of the game that they had besides the one that we burnt to an absolute crisp with Fireball?
Yeah, there was actually a couple deer carcasses along the table near the fire that didn't get burnt up. So you could probably salvage a decent meal if you chose to.
That's appealing to me.
I
Not that
would
I'm
not
hurt or
eat stuff in
anything,
a
but-
troll cave.
I mean, we should take it and go outside and, you
No,
know.
we should not eat
or
things
just
that we
wrap-
find in the troll cave. These guys do not wash their hands.
It's a deer. We're gonna cook it.
Fire cleanses.
Yes. Can we just like cut some meat and have rations for later? Because I think it was like we waited until morning, so it's probably still morning time.
Yeah, I'd
Or
say this
midday.
is probably early-ish morning because you guys set out fairly early.
And do the deer carcasses look fairly fresh? Like they're not rotting?
Go ahead and make either a nature or a medicine check.
I'll make one as well.
Go for it.
I'm better at medicine.
What about a survival check? Because wouldn't that...
Oops,
well,
actually,
medicine
I rolled
works.
with advantage.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
take
13.
13 for Fantine. Just yeah, you can. I'd say you can use survival. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I like that roll better.
Fantine, it seems a bit strange to you, but you're not entirely sure because you don't handle meat.
I've
the
never seen a
servants
dead
do.
animal before.
Ormr, on the other hand, with a 23, you can see the clear signs of rot already. As Tergot said, these creatures don't wash their hands or anything else, and they're creatures that are full of disease just in general. It doesn't look safe to you, and you can smell a bit of a foul odor coming from those carcasses already.
So then I stop her. I'm like, I would leave that if I were you.
Damn,
That's
when
fine
it
by
comes-
me. I'm sure we can scavenge some berries. Better for my figure anyway.
Yeah, like, honest, I don't know why we're, worried about rations. I can get you guys as much food as you can possibly eat.
All right. Well, I say let's get out of this cave.
Yes, let's leave. It smells bad.
Yeah, let's find a Shadowfire. Give him his money back, because I don't want this.
I don't think we can spend the session looking for Shadowfire.
We're just not gonna.
You can
We're
certainly
not gonna
try.
look for a friend. He's a heavy Loxodon. How hard is it gonna be?
I'm breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but the guy who plays Shadowfire isn't here.
Well, ignore the fourth wall, Fantine, because Fantine doesn't know anything about that.
Well, I
However,
mean, if you want us to spend the time looking for the character who had to leave, you know.
I'm just saying you guys are free
like-
to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I don't want it portrayed in character as me being so heartless. You know, like.
Anyway, so you guys do head out to the outer, the outer door of the cave, the big old hole in this oddly made hovel. So I believe I described it as basically a giant mound of dirt and tree branches and vines and all sorts of stuff to make just this odd refuse hill, almost like a beaver dam. But you guys do head out to the outer edge and step out into the bright sunlight of the early morning day. As you do, Tergot, go ahead and make a survival check. As no doubt you're saying, looking around, so you're probably looking for tracks, I imagine.
Yeah. Am I in my natural terrain?
You are definitely in your natural terrain. This is
All right.
first.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Looking around outside the hole in the cave, you can see Shadowfire's footprints. You can easily see the Loxodon tracks, and they seem to be leading north.
No, he's going to north, apparently.
North Amia, hopefully.
Yeah, why did he leave us if he's just gonna go where we're already going?
Because we were taking too long.
Didn't he want to kill the trolls?
Yes.
I can catch up with him. Unless he has
Well,
40 feet movement.
As
That
long as we're heading to North Amia, I'm fine with it.
Yes, let's move along.
Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on his tracks.
Certainly. So, as always, for each day, I have you guys do a skill challenge to see how well your day of tracking Shadowfire's footprints and just getting through the forest, heading north to North Amia. It sounds like you're doing a bit of both. So, who wants to go first in the skill challenge? You're going to basically describe what you're doing to contribute to this this journey. Oh, Shadowfire's still on the map. Get rid of that. There we go. So you tell me how you're contributing to the journey, and I'll tell you what to roll, and then 4 rolls will be basically to determine what your day's outcome is. So who wants to go first?
I'm just saying I'm gonna be teaching Edmund how to track as well, while I'm with Shadowfire's footprints.
Okay. Actually, that reminds me, he's supposed to be leveling up too. He leveled up from the last battle. So it sounds like you guys, Tergot has done most of the training, teaching him to be a ranger. So would you all agree that he should probably take level 2 of ranger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to be doing that, and who's going to be, while I'm doing that, who's going first in today's skill challenge?
I'll keep an eye out for potential enemies, potential, altercations.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, he rolled shit. A 1? Ouch.
Oh, Edmund, you're not really looking much stronger.
Ugh, that was horrible. Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check, Ormr. And that's a 12. So, you're spending the first portion of your day all heading north through the forest. Tergot's probably a little bit ahead with Edmund following him. Ormr, you're keeping your eye out, looking for enemies in particular, but generally keeping an eye out on the area. And with a 12, there's really not a whole lot you can see. You're kind of a little bit distracted by the birds that are going through the trees above you. It's a very beautiful, clear day. The sun is shining. It's a little cool because you guys are in the deeper part of the forest. But as you move ahead north, the trees are starting to thin out a little bit.
And I've got that slow jazz playing
You just
the
got
whole
that
time.
slow jazz playing in your head the whole time. Ormr's probably clicking her beak together a little bit in time with the music in her head, and everyone's just looking at her like, what the hell? But a 12 was just what you needed to roll to be a success. Your first one was 12, so good job, you. That's one success. Who's going next?
I'll go next, I suppose. I guess I will. I'm not very good at traveling through the woods. I'm good at persuasion, sleight of hand. I guess I just want to keep everybody's spirits up.
Okay.
Can I motivate everyone?
Sure. How are you motivating everybody?
I am telling them all the fantastical stories I've heard of Northamia and how it's going to be so wonderful once we arrive.
Okay. I dig it. Let's see. Why don't you give me a performance check?
Performance. That's big 9.
Fantine, could you shut up? I'm trying to do something here.
Yeah, I mean, your heart's in the right place, Fantine, but it's honestly coming off more irritating than motivating to everybody.
That's typically how it goes.
Yeah. But that's a fail with a 9.
Can folks actually hear me now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, we can hear you.
Jesus.
Having fun with your audio today, I see. Who's going to go third?
Don't try too hard.
Yeah, don't all jump in at once. Finn or Tergot, who's going third?
Can I help with my tracking of Shadowfire?
Yeah, this is a 4-person skill challenge. You're still going to contribute to this. The roll you did before with survival, that was to see if you found the footprints, and you did.
Yeah, I'll do my usual looking and listening, sending Barnabas up and about to look above the tree line, that sort of thing.
Okay, I'm trying to think. What can I have you do? Is
Or, if you'd rather me not do that, I can play everyone a jaunty tune to keep their spirits up and
well, we've already done
energized.
perception and performance. I was trying to keep each one different for the but if you can't think of anything,
I can be a taskmaster and grump at people when they step out of line.
I'm sure he's gonna roll high, and it's not
You know
gonna
what?
be irritating at all.
You know what? Give me an intimidation check.
26.
26. Oh
Please.
my gosh.
Finn, please stop.
Finn
This is the least
just-
irritating thing to happen all day.
Finn
I love
is
it.
just commanding and getting everybody in line and moving at a quick, steady pace. He is keeping everyone on task with a 26 of intimidation. I love it. Okay, Tergot, you're last.
I have no clue. I guess can I use my tracking of Shadowfire to help the party?
Yeah, you can use your survival check because no one's done that yet.
All right, I'll do that then. 23.
Okay, 23 is a success, of course. So you leading Edmund and training him as you're going are pointing out Shadowfire's tracks, keeping him moving keeping everyone moving along that path, which does keep going northward. Eventually, you guys find a very old and worn trail, or it almost seems like an ancient road, because as you're looking down on it, Tergot, you can the path goes from just that soft forest loam to a much more hard packed, dense earth, mixed in with bits of cobblestone in quite a few areas. It seems like it is actually an old forest path that seems to be leading north in a bit of a northeastern slope, but that eastern slope kind of is very gradual. But it seems like that's about where Shadowfire's tracks continue on.
Hey, we got a decrepit old road here going like northeast-ish. Shadowfire gone that way. If you want to do that, or just, I mean, I kind of want to do that, but
Which way would that take us in relation to the city?
a bit more east of the city.
The slope is gradual. You'll still come out of the forest and be able to get to the city. It's not that big of a...
Sure. Doesn't bother me.
And hey, like it'll be a little bit easier because we're not walking through tree branches, getting slapped in the face every now and then. So and Shadowfire went that way. So
I think it would be smart to follow the path.
unless the path is trapped, and bandits usually do stay on paths like these just in case.
I think we can handle any bandits should they come and try to attack us.
All right, down we go.
Okay. So you all begin heading down the forest path, which, as it is now deep packed earth and cobblestone mixed together, the tracks of Shadowfire goes on for a bit more as muddy footprints, but eventually do disappear as you guys make your way northward along this path for the better part of an hour or so.
I'll keep an eye on the sides of the path just to make sure there's Shadowfire didn't get off the path.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Either two of you make perception checks, or one of you make it with advantage.
All right. I have.
Go ahead and do advantage if you have the best.
I have a +5.
Yeah,
So
you do it with advantage.
Yeah, go ahead.
19.
Okay. With a 19, as you guys are moving down the path, the trees are beginning to spread apart quite a bit more, and you're starting to see a lot more of the sky as you guys all walk. You don't see any bandits or anything like that. You're keeping your eyes on the trees, into the trees themselves. You're moving as carefully as you can while following this trail, but nothing really seems to step out and catch your attention. Can't talk. And catch your attention as you guys are moving. Eventually, the path continues to go, and in the distance, probably about, you estimate a good 120, 130 feet, you can see the tree line begin to open up into a bit of a clearing.
Mm-hmm. Finally.
Nothing wrong with these trees, but it's nice to get some open space where we can breathe,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the trees.
And so, I forgot to ask this. What's your guys' marching order? Go ahead and give me that real quick.
Me and
I
Edmund
would
are
be
probably up
second
front.
behind the tracker.
Yeah, me and Edmund are like up front, a little bit ahead of the group.
Okay. Go ahead and move you on the map, so I kind of get the idea of where you guys are going. Probably Edmund would be.
So I don't see myself on the map. I just see a big,
You're right there.
big black.
We're at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't
And-
see anything.
Hold on.
I figure I'll be at the back to kind of protect from behind.
Can you see yourself
There
now?
we go. Yes, I can.
Okay. For some reason, your token always, the vision always gets turned off, and I don't know why. Because I always just copy and paste from one to another.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, so is everybody where you want yourselves to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're probably pretty good.
Who's taking care of the horse right now, by the way?
I'll hold its reins. Walk it.
Okay.
I mean, you can ride it if you want.
Then I'll come off as prissy.
Well, if the shoe fits.
For a thing I'm not doing. Like...
Sorry, I
mean,
really don't like nobles. I don't know if you, if you got that from my last rant.
Actually, I do get on the horse, and I sit side saddle.
I'd rather have my hands free anyway in case trouble comes.
Well, I've got 10-foot reach, so I can stab someone down there. I'll lean into it. I'm sitting on the horse.
Oh, look at the noble sitting on the horse while everyone else walks.
Yes,
Huh?
does this piss you off, Tergot? Good.
Can't believe the nerve.
It was actually a very good idea, thank you. Now my shoes, I can clean all the mud off. Beautiful.
Can't get your hands dirty paying everyone else to do the work.
Accidentally
look at how
flick
smooth
some
my
of the mud
hands are.
from your shoes in direction.
Right in Tergot's eyes. Whoops. Sorry.
I'm 10
Accidentally.
feet ahead of you.
Okay. So as you guys continue on to the clearing, being cautious and very watchful, everyone go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I'll pass without trace, everyone. If I can do that.
Well, I would have preferred you would have said it before I said make a stealth check.
Well,
Honestly,
I didn't really
don't
realize
think
we were
we'll
gonna do
need
that.
it.
Oh, that should not
We
be
got a
advantage.
19, so I think we're fine.
It's up to you. I'll
And
let
yeah,
if
you-
really want to.
I mean, I would have if I realized if we're going to be stealthing, but
Well,
This
but
is more just
we don't
would you-
how quiet are you guys moving as you guys walk down the trail? You don't suspect
Oh.
anything. I'm just asking for a general. Hey, how quiet are you guys being as you walk down the trail?
okay, then I won't.
Okay. But still, all of you are pretty damn stealthy, and you guys are moving quiet.
Yep.
Tergot and Edmund a little ahead, and as you guys come to the edge of this clearing, you guys begin to see the signs of a settlement. Actually, you see very old thatch roofs atop of stone buildings. Down near what appears to be a water source of some type, you can just barely make out the sun kind of gleaming off of the reflectiveness of the water. And down in between two buildings, there you can see a red-skinned tiefling currently in battle with a large ghostly vision. This creature seems to be made almost pure white and has an odd sort of horror look on her face as she's screaming and yelling and clawing at this tiefling. Can you describe
Oh,
yourself
dear.
for me, please?
Yes, I am a bright red tiefling with a brownish red hair, red horns, and I have a red tail.
Oh, so you're trying to steal my shtick, are you?
Who is this
Yeah.
handsome man?
Oh no.
there you see him fighting this white, ghastly, floating woman who's howling and scratching at him. So, Dolar, I'm going to need you to roll initiative for me, please.
Can I get a knowledge check on the woman?
You absolutely can.
What kind?
That's going to be an Arcana check, I think.
Okay. I was thinking she was undead, but I guess not. 8. Not so good.
Yeah, you're not sure. It's a strange-looking creature. That's not the music I was looking for. Damn it. It's a strange-looking creature. It seems to be misty and almost see-through. It's in some parts of her. So you're not sure if it's got to be undead because it almost looks ghostly. But you definitely are not sure what it is.
Wait, if it was undead, then why wouldn't it be a religion check?
Because I honestly don't consider religion to know everything about undead. Undead are just creatures.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you wanted
Fair.
to, is that modifier a little bit better? Are you going to get higher than a...
No, it's the same.
Then,
I should.
then yeah, it really doesn't matter.
I'm just used to it being religion, so I was confused. My bad.
Yeah, I just don't think of it. Like, you can make arguments before you make a roll of why you should use a different skill. I don't care about that.
No, that's fair. All of my knowledge skills are the same modifier, so it wouldn't help me.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on.
But anyway, so both of them seem to be locked in combat. Dolar, you have the initiative here, right now, in this moment. So what are you wanting to do?
I will cast Burning Hand on it.
Okay, Burning Hands, I like it. Everyone
Seems
watches.
like a suspicious fellow over there.
Everyone watches as this burst of flame goes flying out of this tiefling's hands towards this creature. What it actually is a banshee. Go ahead and let's see. I roll a 16.
Numbers.
That's strike 2 for you.
Yep, that is a 12. So, that's a failure. 16 points of damage.
Rolling my numbers.
You should have the same number
Anyone's-
from last session.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I was gonna say we didn't sleep since then.
Sorry.
But anyway, burst of flames goes flying out of the tiefling's hands, lighting this banshee on fire, and it screams out in pain as it takes 16 points of damage. It is the wraith's turn. She is going to be doing her corrupting touch attack. That's a 15. Does a 15 hit?
That it does.
Actually roll the damage itself, so that is 15 necrotic damage to you.
Ouch.
However, as it slashes into him, that 15, because of you, because of the armor you have, Dolar, that's halved. Because you're resistant to necrotic damage. So that's 7 points of damage.
So it's 8, 7, okay.
Yeah. As we write it down. Okay, that's it for their turn. Everybody else, you now have the ability to react. So everybody else, go ahead and roll for initiative. Whether or not you choose to do anything about this is up to you. However, you are technically now in the initiative.
Oh, anyone that's curious, I posted what I look like in the Discord.
Let me see this picture. Tybalt. Classy tiefling.
Okay.
Just a shame he was a terrible, terrible planeswalker card.
It looks like I'm waiting on Fantine.
I'm back.
Ah, there you
I,
are.
I had my obligatory blue screen of the day.
Ah, gotcha. Are you able to get on your character sheet?
Momentarily.
Wow, so good looking. I crashed your computer.
I know.
You know, I hate to say it, Fantine, but thank God I'm not the only one.
Oh, are you? Oh,
I
are
know.
you
I
attracted
just got
to
them
him too?
fixed.
No, I had a
Oh.
blue screen of death today.
Everybody just thinks he's so hot. Everybody's really
I'm
attracted.
Apparently, sir.
pissed off at him because he showed up with horns and a fire spell, and that's my thing.
Don't worry, you're attractive too.
Just not
Yeah,
as attractive as him.
Ladies, you're all pretty. It's okay.
But I'm
Okay,
the prettiest
character
of them
sheet
all.
is coming up. I will be rolling. I'm gonna click my character.
Hey there, TT King. Welcome. Thanks for
It's-
tuning in.
Loading. Okay, click my character. Initiative. I'm in the mix.
Woohoo! Okay, so top of the order we have. That's not supposed to be Shoji. That's supposed to be Ormr. Ormr, you're up first.
Okay, so I have a question. I have Step of the Wind, which says I can use a key point to take dash as a bonus action. If I were to dash up here, would I then be able to attack?
This group started early last
Yes,
year.
the only thing that it takes is stuff that uses your bonus actions.
Yes.
So, like
Okay.
unarmed strike.
So anyway,
So
I've been
then-
playing for about a year, but we've only been.
I am going to do that,
streaming recently.
and I have enough to go to there. I am also going to use another, wait, hold on. Actually, I'm going to do that in just a second. So I can still do a one-handed quarterstaff and then an unarmed strike as an action, correct?
What?
Not that I am. Let me.
You're
Let's
not
look
on.
the rules.
You're not on camera. You need to be. Why?
You do
Oh,
not
no,
get the unarmed
I'm
strike
not
as a
getting
bonus
this.
action. So unless you have extra
Yeah.
attack,
You have.
you'd get your
You
extra-
have your attack. You have your attack action, so you can and you should have 2 strikes at level 6.
yeah.
Okay.
So you have
So then
five
I am-
attacks, 2 attacks with your quarterstaff. Then your bonus action is your unarmed strike if you can do a bonus action.
Okay, but since I used
Wait,
that bonus
she-
action for my
she used
dash,
it
I
to
cannot
dash.
then.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so I can just
Hey,
do.
Hellhound, thanks for watching.
Okay, so I can do 2. Can I do one quarterstaff attack and one unarmed attack?
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
You
I
can
mean-
do it however you want.
Okay. Okay, so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do this, which hits
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
there. Then I am going to do an unarmed strike, and then I'm also using a key point to do Hand of Harm. So I gotta figure out how to do that on here. This is the first time. Oh, here we go.
You should just be able to click the check mark to have it.
Yeah. Do I have to re-roll? I have to re-roll that then, don't I? Because I did not have that click for my.
It doesn't.
Unarmed strike.
When you do damage, it should pop up.
Okay.
And 17 does hit.
Okay, there we go. I apologize for that. That is the first time using that, so I just had to figure it out.
Now you're at the point now where your hands count as magical weapons, correct?
I believe so. Where
Are
would
you
I?
6th level monk?
Yes,
Yes,
I am
you
level
should.
6 monk.
So
Then yes, you have key empowered strikes.
Okay, so this is what happens. Ormr goes running up to the Banshee, twirling her staff over her head and cracks down with that mithril quarterstaff. Fortunately, being magical, it does take the full damage. You then round it out with a big punch directly to the thing's ghastly face. And the punch goes through, doing the 9 points of damage. And you see the Hands of Harm effect take hold and do a bit more damage. But as you draw your fist back, it doesn't do quite as much as you thought it should.
It still did damage. That's all that matters.
Yes, it did. So that's it for Ormr. Tergot, you're up next.
Alright. So, first I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the ghost. And then I'm gonna take my 2 attacks on it. Uh, 11 and 26.
Okay, the 11 does not hit. However, the 26 definitely does.
That's 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. That hurt. You see these arrows go flying through the air. One misses completely, just barely missing Ormr as well. However, the second one pierces directly through the creature's head. And 22 points of damage. They had 19 the last round. So yeah, that is more than enough to take this thing out. The arrow goes through the creature's skull, and it just drops again, dissipating into the ground.
Hey, I thought you guys needed help.
Dungeon draft is what I use, T the King. Dungeon draft.
Well, I'm glad you took care of that before I had to get my hands dirty.
Freaking nobles.
He did it for Shadowfire. You know, the guy who left us without a word and ran off into the day with no thought of his friends or telling us why he left or where he gone.
Yeah, what is up with that? Like, he could say something like, "Hey, it's not you, it's me." You know?
No problem. It's a great program.
Perhaps
I
he wasn't-
loved it. And it's
perhaps
still
he was
in
just
its
an ass.
beta phase, so it was pretty cheap to get.
Why are we bad talking Shadowfire?
Because he ran off and left us without a word.
Yeah,
He's
you at
always
least
been
give
a really
forward.
reserved man. I just figure he has his own business.
Yeah, but if I were to leave, I would, tell you guys like, "Hey, I'm leaving because screw you," you know?
Don't mind me, I'll just be on the corner crying. It's okay.
All right,
but it
so the
is
thing has
Dolar's
died.
turn in initiative order right now.
Thank you for your assistance there, Miss.
I think he's talking to you, Ormr.
Hey, Ormr, you usually
I'm sorry, I could
respond-
barely hear what you were saying.
I think he's a gender.
Thank you for your assistance. I do appreciate it, Miss.
The name's Ormr. Not a problem. I'm happy to help.
Much appreciated, Ormr. And your comrades, thank you.
It was actually only me. I'm pretty
You're
cool like that.
very
Yes,
welcome.
Come over, guys. Come over.
I'll stay at a distance.
I ride the horse side saddle over there.
I am Varra, the ringleader of our little resident horn and fire expert. Who might you be?
Well, as you're saying this, it actually comes up to the Banshee's turn order. And there's more of them than you thought, because as you all begin clustering around him, asking him questions, several more appear right in front of you.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Oh dear, our problem is not solved yet.
Well, at least everybody's closer and can help out more.
Yeah, I was trying to cut in, but y'all just kept on going, so.
I mean, have you met Finn? That's kind of his thing.
That is true.
You said it was the Banshee's turn. Did I get to go?
Yeah, you went. You went by moving. That was
Oh,
your go,
okay.
because they were after you in initiative order. So that's kind of what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I guess I didn't use an extra bonus action.
Well, was there something that you could have done without knowing that banshees were coming towards you?
I guess not.
Okay.
Oh, do I need to move back?
No. Yeah, because you
Okay.
technically weren't in initiative, so you would have been back. The two of you would have been back where you were.
Sure, that's fine.
Barnabas was in initiative order, so he probably would have been about right there.
Sure, that's fine.
That's where he was. Anyway, it is now the Banshee's turn. As they appear, two of them are close enough that they are able to get attacks out. Or this one is right there. Now what it's doing it is using its horrifying visage. So each non-undead creature within 60 feet of the Banshee that can see her must succeed a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. So from this guy,
Jesus.
yeah, that's everybody. So I need everybody except for Dolar because you succeeded when you first saw the Banshee, so you do not need to do this.
Except for the horse.
Uh-oh.
Unless I'm still on the horse.
Oh, you're still on. Well, did you say you got down? Tell me.
No, I said I ride up side saddle over there.
Okay.
Oh, then the
Yeah.
horse would be there too. It just
Yep.
wasn't moved up.
Let me move the horse, and yeah,
Crit
it will
fail.
go ahead.
Man, I wish I had just used this. Dang
So
boy.
wisdom save, you said?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay.
I was gonna use my Wheel of Fortune, which lets me re-roll ones, but
See, I guess he doesn't have save bonuses, so it would just be a straight wisdom check, maybe,
Yeah.
for Barnabas,
Yeah. for
unless he
Barnabas it
uses
would
my saving throw or something. I don't know.
be. No, Barnabas would just roll his wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so Ormr succeeded. Tergot
Barely.
failed. Fantine failed. Finn succeeded. The horse failed. Barnabas failed. And Edmund succeeded. And did I roll for Edmund? You know what? I never did put Edmund in initiative. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, that actually fits perfectly. Technically next. Actually, no, he'd probably go first. Yeah, he would have gone first, so his turn was over. Sorry. Anyway, Banshee's turn, like I said. So, for those of you who failed, you are frightened for the next minute. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turn, with disadvantage if the Banshee is in line of sight, and then you're immune once you save. But for
Can we
this-
get that? Can we get that in chat?
It is in chat. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it again. That's fine.
No. I meant
Oh, what fear means?
Yeah.
does.
it's
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
what frighten does. Sorry, I was
Nope.
not clear.
Not a problem. Okay, so for frightened, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up is the second Banshee, who is attacking you, Ormr, with its corrupting touch. And that's a 10, which definitely misses. So it comes swiping out at you, and you just dodge backwards, very nimbly and quick with, as a monk. And that's it for their turn. Finn, you're up next.
I am going to blast that is directly in front of Barnabas with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the first one is 9 for 23.
23 points of damage. And you attack this guy here?
This one.
Yep. Okay, perfect. And a 15.
Second
also
one
hits.
is for 15 force.
Whew. 2 red eldritch blasts come shooting out of Finn, smashing into this creature twice, and it does massive amount of damage. That is a huge hit.
And then I will use my bonus action to coach Barnabas so that he can make an attack on his turn.
Okay.
With my investment of the Chainmaster feat.
Okay, I dig it.
Beat my turn.
That's it for your turn. Ormr, top of the order, you're first.
Alright, I am going to attack this guy. Two-handed this time with my quarterstaff. Oh,
And that's a miss.
yes it is. I am going to hit it with the other side of it because I got a second attack. Which hits. Oh shoot. Ignore the necrotic. I forgot to take that off.
No problem. But 12 points of damage on the Banshee.
And then I am going to do Flurry of Blows, which is my 2 unarmed. 15, I'm assuming hits?
Yep, 15 hits.
That's 11. My second one is a 13.
13
Does that hit?
13 does hit.
Which is another 7.
A flurry of smashes against this guy, and he's looking pretty damn hurt. He is still up, though.
And I think that's going to be it for me.
Okay, huge hit by Ormr. Next up, Tergot.
Alright, can I get to this tree right here? With me not being able to move closer, would that be technically moving closer?
I'm gonna say yeah, that is technically a bit closer.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna shift over to here. I'm trying to get, it was the creature next to the building right there that frightened me, right?
Yeah, you still have line of sight for that.
Alright, cause how far, where would I have to move to get out of line of sight?
Probably about right there.
Right there. See if I can get there. I'll use my feline agility to get there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my harness mark to the one next to Ormr.
Okay. Moving
And
the
then-
hunter's mark to that guy.
Yeah, and then take 2 attacks on that one.
both hit. 18 points of damage on the first one.
And 9 points on the second.
So 27 points of damage total as 2 arrows go flying out of Tergot's enchanted bow, both striking the Banshee. It's barely holding on.
And, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Indeed it is. So next up, we're coming to Edmund. Edmund, let's see, did he? I can't remember. Yeah, he succeeded.
Oh, I need to make a wisdom save, right?
Oh, yes, you do.
3.
The hell? Sorry about that. Had a little glitch on my end. Edmund's turn. Edmund's gonna shift over to the right, keeping an eye, still keeping within line of sight of the Banshee there. He is going to make a shot with his longbow. And that's a hit. 10 more points of damage to that Banshee, which unfortunately it doesn't do nearly as much damage as he thought it would. While Tergot shot perfectly fine, this one not nearly so. However,
Because the bow's not magical.
5 points of damage is still enough to take this guy out. And the Banshee falls down to the ground and just begins to dissipate, I suppose, into mist a little bit, as it's dead. Next up, we come to Dolar. What you doing, bud?
I'm going to... Oh, that might help if I was on the right thing. I will move over here, and then I will attack with my rapier.
Absolutely.
Ha ha ha.
I didn't say I was going to do it well.
Yeah, a 10, unfortunately, is a miss. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, that will be my turn.
Okay. Next up, Fantine. You and the horse are terrified, and the horse is kind of bucking a little bit underneath you, and for its turn, because I'm just having it move on your turn, it's turning and it's running away. So what are you doing?
Can I try to stand up and jump onto this building right here?
Well,
Like climb onto the roof of that building?
you can definitely try. Go ahead
That's
and
the
make
point.
an athletics check, or not dex. What is
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
I will
Yeah.
attempt to do so. 21.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Nice.
21. As the horse just starts bolting and running to the south, you stand up on the saddle of the thing, jump as hard as you can, and manage to land on top of that building. However, I'm also going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you land, because as I described, these are very old thatch roofs, and it is very precarious up there. The shingles underneath you begin to break way as you stand there. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
16.
Let's hope you don't fall through.
16, yeah. You jump just as the the roof underneath you begins to break free, and you step once, twice, 3 times, a little bit more to get about 5 feet away onto a bit more secure roofing. So you did manage to stay up. However, it is still very precarious. So we're going to consider this difficult terrain from this point forward.
Fine by me. So was that my action, or do I still have an action?
I'm going to say that's your action, yes.
Okay, so then I want to bonus action use my magician card to make Edmund's bow a magic weapon for the next minute.
Okay, I like it. So holding up the card, you invoke its property, and you all see Edmund's bow begin to glow and shimmer a little bit. And Edmund himself is caught off guard. He's, oh, what? And then he looks up and sees Fantine kind of looking down at him.
But I'm like shaking because I'm scared.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's it for your
Nice.
Barnabas, you're up next.
Okay, he's gonna move. Oh, well, shit. Yeah, he's just gonna move back to me. I was gonna have him attack, but the one that he was gonna attack is already can't move closer to this one because he's afraid of it.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah.
That's it for his turn. We're coming up next to the Banshee.
He's gonna make his saving throw first, though.
Oh, yes. Definitely do that.
Is it a magical effect?
Let me see. I'm going to say that no, it is not a magical effect. It's an aspect of this kind of undead creature. You're looking at its horrifying visage, so you're literally looking at its face. So it's not magical.
Yeah. Does it? A 14.
14. 14 is enough to break free of the fear that's paralyzing Barnabas.
Hooray! I just pat him on the shoulders. It's okay, buddy.
Absolutely. Next, we do have the Banshee's turn. Let's see how much movement they have. 4 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Right about there. Okay. Yep. I probably should. Anyway, Dolar, you got 2 of them crowding you right now. The one that just came floating up towards you is making an attack with its corrupting touch. And that's a 5,
Whoa.
so that's definitely not gonna happen. Second one does the exact same thing. Wow. That was terrible.
Oh, I didn't make my wisdom.
Even something
save.
so ugly is afraid to hit something so pretty.
Apparently so.
I made my wisdom save way after the fact.
Yeah, that's fine. We can retroactively do that. And you know
I
what?
got
I should have thought of it in the moment, but that was a cool act Fantine did, so I'm going to go ahead and give her inspiration for that.
Arigato gozaimasu. I got a 13.
Yeah, and the 13 is a success.
Sweet.
That's exactly what the saving.
Wait a minute. These things aren't even that scary.
No, they're terrifying. Help.
Look at it. She's just an ugly woman.
Fantine, your last blind date was uglier than this.
So
That's true.
that last Banshee is going to be using one of its interesting abilities, which is its incorporeal movement. What happens is they can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. Oh wait a minute, no, that she takes it. Never mind. I read that completely wrong. Ignore
I
it.
think we did that before.
Yeah, we did. And I read it wrong. Ignore it.
I vote that since you said it, you have to do it. And
No,
you know,
no,
Oh,
no.
shush. You don't
No,
wanna
because
go
then
down
he'll
that
apply
path.
the same rule to us.
Oh, yeah.
He
no,
does.
no. It only applies to the enemies. Otherwise, it's
That's
cheating.
not how it works.
No, that was just me. Wrong.
I'm not afraid anymore.
That's what I pictured the moment you said that.
Finn,
She's like, trying to look hot now.
Yes.
you are up next.
That's my name. Okay. I will blast this one then. First shot is a 16
Which hits?
for 11. Second shot is a 10,
That's a miss.
which I'm assuming. And then bonus action is Barnabas. You can attack now.
Okay, and you command your imp to go and attack. I like it. Ormr, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna just step forward here. Hit it with that. 15 hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Swing it around again. For that,
Yep.
which definitely hits. And of course, flurry of blows. That definitely hits. Holy crap. And a second one.
Ormr, chill out.
Ormr is not
Calm
taking
down.
any crap from these guys.
Jeez. Yeah, that was just a ridiculous amount of punches and swipes with a quarterstaff, and this thing went from being perfectly healed to barely hanging on in one quick 6-second stroke. So, well done, Ormr.
Don't piss me off.
Tergot, you're up next.
Alright, so I'm nearly out of arrows, so I'm gonna put my longbow away. And take my daggers out and first I'm gonna bonus action to Hunter's Mark the one next to Ormr. And then I'm going to throw my daggers at it.
What's the range on your daggers?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably not that.
Probably not that, indeed.
Yeah, I gotta find that. I'm going to look in the player's handbook.
I want to
I'd
say
on
it's
the weapon itself.
30.
I'm pretty sure it's like 30s.
I would say 60 would be even stretching it.
It's
That-
like
probably 30 or something.
I'm not seeing
it's
it
20-60. So it's a 20 feet, and then in between 20 and 60 feet you have disadvantage, and beyond that it's impossible.
Yeah, so you have to be within at least 60 feet, and you'd be rolling at disadvantage. So you gotta be within 20 feet to hit it.
That's annoying. I guess I'm gonna use up my last few arrows.
You could
I mean,
do it
you
with
could just-
disadvantage.
You could just move.
I can't move closer though, because I'm still frightened.
Oh, that's right. You are still frightened.
But you're within that.
If you're
60
trying to
feet.
shoot the one on the left, couldn't you just move to the left? Or would that still be counting
That's
as moving
still
closer?
closer.
That's still technically closer. But
Yeah,
That's
so
up to Dan.
you're gonna have to use your longbow. Sounds like.
yeah, because I don't want to do with disadvantage, because then I don't get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, never mind. I still have my longbow out. I'm gonna, try to grasp at the last few remaining arrows and shoot him.
Yep, both hit.
All right. First one is 18 damage. Gotta.
Which I'm gonna say was more than enough to kill that particular banshee.
Oh.
So I will allow you to say you use that second strike to hit the next banshee.
All right then.
So I'm feeling generous.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage to the other banshee.
That, hun?
And then I'm going. This is a tree next to me, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna use my climbing speed to climb up the tree.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna say this. Which tree are you going to? Because that one there, it would technically still be getting closer.
Oh, well, then I
So
guess.
you could climb this tree down here if you wanted to do that.
I don't really want to get that far away.
So what are you doing?
I will just stay put.
Okay. Next, we come to Edmund, who was not.
Oh,
frightened.
wisdom save.
Oh yeah, do your wisdom save real quick. That's a failure.
9.
Yeah.
This is the stuff of Tergot's nightmares.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he is going to be shooting his longbow as well, which you did enhance for him, so he's going to get a +1 to it. So that's a 21 total, which does hit.
Nice.
So 7 points of piercing damage on this banshee right there.
Nice work, Edmund.
Hey, kid, did you not learn the little spell I do to do more damage?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. I do know how to do some spells. I'll give that a try next turn.
All right, you do that then.
We make it to next 10.
Dolar, you're up next.
I will go ahead. Now, quick question. Now, I know what I'm fighting, correct? How well do I know them?
Go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
Okay.
You knew what these creatures were. You were specifically out here hunting them, in fact. You knew they were called banshees, and you knew that they tended to do necrotic damage when they attacked. So you had specifically bought your armor for that encounter. But beyond the names, and you knew about the location from some rumors, but other than that, you really don't know a lot about them.
Okay, because I didn't want to cast a spell and then have it, out of game to in game. That's why I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's see. I will just do another burning hand on the one to the right.
Well, the burning hands do go in a 30-foot cone.
Oh yeah, I can do
15-foot
both.
cone.
That's
Sorry,
right.
a 15-foot cone. So that will be able to affect both of them. So they need to make their dexterity saves. Yep, 8 and a 5.
look
so
at
they both
Mr.
failed.
Has more than 2 spell slots a day.
Wow, he's better at using fire than you.
15 points of damage to both the banshees, which completely kills one of them. The one to the right begins burning up immediately, and it just screams this horrifying scream as it just dissolves downward into the ground.
Wait, is that ground or is this water? Because that looks like water to me.
Yeah, actually, that would be the water, but the water itself is actually only about ankle deep right there, so it more just collapses into the water itself, but you can still see it. But that's it. Are you doing anything else in your turn, Dolar?
No, I'm good.
Fantine, you're up there on that rickety thatch roof. You can see the hole now, probably right here next to you. But you're kind of precariously perched right now.
So you said this is difficult terrain. So if I go to get off of it, that's 10 feet. So then this would be 15,
So,
25,
and
30.
if you're jumping off of the roof down to the ground, I'm going to need you to make a acrobatics check for me.
Okay. I will try. How's that? 11.
Ugh. You go stepping, stepping along the roof, jumping off, trying to gauge yourself as you go downward, and you land very roughly, and your ankle kind of twists a bit, and it hurts. You feel a flash of pain in your ankle, but you do make it to the ground. Yeah, I'd
So I
say
take some damage.
yeah, take 1 point of damage. It's not bad.
Too bad we don't have a cleric to heal that.
Wait, so you said do take damage or don't take damage?
Yeah, I just said take 1 point of damage.
Oh, 1 point. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take 1 point of damage. Okay, but I can still move normally because I think I could get right here with my full movement.
Yes,
or I could
you can
even.
still
I'm gonna
get
be
there.
right here
Okay.
because I got my 10-foot reach. So then I'm gonna use my glaive to do a stabbing.
So you go
not a
running.
great one.
Yeah, you go running up, and as you're running towards it, twisting your glaive above your head to go for a slash, the pain in your ankle is just—it's overwhelming. It hurts to run, and it distracts you as you slash, and you miss the banshee in front of you.
I'm gonna steel myself and try again. 15.
Yeah, 15's gonna hit. You're stealing yourself for that winch. You go stabbing towards it. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that's 15.
15 points of damage, and let me see, look here real quick.
Are you dead, sir?
That's a
I'm
female.
sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to misgender you.
Wow. Wow. And the banshee just hisses back at you in response.
You're right.
She's-
That's how you do the psychic damage.
Yeah, did the psychic
Yeah.
damage by misgendering.
Yeah.
Is that vicious mockery, technically?
Your
Banshee
hair
wants
is
to
so
speak to your
wispy.
manager.
Are you going to do anything else on your turn?
Is it dead?
No, it is not dead.
Okay, then I'm gonna hit it with the butt end
Yep, as a
with my
bonus
bonus
action.
action.
Right on.
That's a 23
Which hits.
for 7.
7 more points of damage. This thing just takes the butt of your glaive and you smack it alongside of her face, and she just turns, and you can see she's barely hanging on, but the hatred in her eyes is all about you right now, Fantine.
You know, if you put on some good foundation, you wouldn't be so pale. All right,
Indeed. It's hurt, but it's there.
Barnabas, help!
Barnabas, you're up. Can you finish this thing off?
You know, I don't know why you're so worried about. You already destroyed the roof of their house.
Wait, are we fighting Karens?
So he's gonna sting, and because I have the invocation, his attack counts as magical. But it doesn't matter because the 6 is gonna miss.
Barnabas, no!
So in response to the question about Karens, I will point out that these are technically white women because they're pure white, and
And they do
they are.
scream.
and they do scream quite a bit. So can the argument be made?
I just noticed this one has a bob haircut.
Have any of them asked to speak with our manager yet? That's a telltale sign.
Well, we're about to find
Do we
out.
have a manager?
Finn introduced himself as our ringleader, so I think that counts.
Yeah, I'm the manager, I guess.
He's the manager.
And sure, absolutely, it is the Banshee's turn, and her eyes are right on you, Fantine. She begins to amorphously disappear and kind of moves through Dolar a little
What's he
bit
gonna do?
and comes
Scratch
into this
me with your
space right
untrimmed
here.
nails?
And she's furious. She's howling with rage. Let me speak to your manager! As she slashes into you, Fantine. And that's a 23.
Okay, but what if it was a 6?
But what if it was a 6? Do you have that number?
Yeah, that's my last number from last time.
Okay. Yeah, if you invoke your
I say to her, I am the manager.
No.
Nice.
No, you're not.
No, shh,
You're
shh, it's
just
for
an
the joke. It's for the
employee.
joke. Shh, be quiet. It's for the joke.
and as Fantine screams out, "I am the manager!" There's that little twinkle in her eye as her ability to warp the very nature of reality takes hold, and a slash that was it. The claws were there. The fingernails were coming out right towards your face, and in that last second, it just passes through you harmlessly. As
I
the
sprained my
23
ankle. I think I've taken enough damage for one day.
1 point of damage.
1 point. Yeah, we established earlier I don't like to get my hands dirty. Or
Okay,
my
then.
ankle injured.
It is your turn, and I forgot to move the horse, so I'm just going to move the horse. But it is your turn.
Oh, sorry,
one
here's
last.
my manager here. He's coming.
So I'm gonna pew pew him.
Pew pew.
I have the right to refuse service to anyone.
23
You
hits.
saw her
13
23.
points.
Yeah. Both hit.
For 8 points.
And these two blasts come flying out and slam into the Banshee when she just explodes in a bright light as these blasts just smash into her, through her, and out of her. She falls to the ground dead, and as with everybody else, all of the Banshees now lay at your feet. you stand
And what's that
forward.
I see? Some expired coupons laying around?
Wow,
You gotta
those
lose
really
those.
weren't that scary. Why was I scared?
Finn, I was wondering if you could give me a promotion to like a key holder position.
Oh,
Like assistant manager.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah, assistant to the assistant of the manager, since Barnabas is your assistant, and then I'll be his assistant.
oh God. I make you Barnabas's assistant, and then he can officially tell you to go get him
Wait, go get him what?
Coffee.
coffee.
Oh.
You cut
Actually,
out.
I probably would like to hit up the Starbucks, so get me a frappuccino.
Well,
While
with
they're-
that in mind, it's almost 4:30, so why don't we go ahead and use this to take our 10-minute break?
All right,
Sure.
I'll see
And
if I
Finn,
go to
how do you
Starbucks
know
in
I'm not
10
a
minutes.
cleric?
Well, we're about to find out when we come back. So, everybody, everybody tuning in, we will be back in 10 short minutes, maybe less. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back live, and when we last left off, the Debauchery Circus had just assisted a red-skinned tiefling individual in his fight against banshees, and somebody's breathing really loud, so check your mics, please. Anyway, now that the banshees are dead, you all kind of stand there amongst the ruins of this odd little city, or settlement anyway, because it's really no more than 5 houses. I'm kind of pulling back on the map a bit. You kind of look around among them, The buildings themselves are decrepit and decaying stone. Quite a bit of gaps are among all of the walls, and actually each one of these you guys can move around into throughout the city. And as you do go in, the roofs will lift away, and you can actually see what's underneath. In the center of this map, in this little area, you can all see what appears to be a large well in the dead center of this little settlement. The water itself, you're all looking, and from where you're standing, it doesn't look much more than ankle deep. It does seem to get a little deeper as it goes further out, but you estimate you could probably walk to the well itself if you so chose. Each of the buildings around, as I said, are made of stone with thatched roofs, all of which are in various states of decay, with holes in the middle of, and so on and so forth. Every building is dark, and now that the banshees lie dead at your feet, there grows a very calm stillness in the area. You don't hear many birds, occasional bugs, but for the most part, it's fairly quiet. So, Debauchery Circus, what would you all like to do?
I would like to speak to our tiefling friend. Hello. Pleasure fighting with you. What was your name?
Dora, madam, I see you're limping on your foot. Let me heal that for you.
Oh, are you sure? It's really not that bad.
I'll
I
kneel
hold
down
my
and
ankle
put,
out.
I kneel down and put my hand on her ankle. And
Like that you're healing my 1 point of damage.
Get a room, you two.
Blushes.
wrong one. I guess would help if I clicked the right thing.
No matter what you roll, it's gonna heal me.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but if you just click on the word itself, that's what casts the spell.
Yeah, no, I just clicked the wrong thing because my mouse was acting up.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, I like spin my foot around. It's all good. Thank you. My name is Fantine Ambrosia.
Hey, Finn,
I believe you.
check your mic, please. We're getting feedback on it.
Okay.
I'll bow and then I'll thank you everyone for the assistance. I do appreciate it.
So, do you know
And
anything about this strange little town, or are you just passing through as well?
I took a quest from the local city to get rid of these banshees.
Well, it seems your quest is completed.
That it is. And who are your friends?
I'll allow them to introduce themselves. Step back.
I'm Varra, the ringleader of our little group.
While they're talking, I'm gonna go over to the horse and try to calm it down and not pay attention to what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check, as the horse is no longer frightened, but
5.
you walk over to the horse, and it's nervous, and you go towards it, your hands are out, you're trying to do the whole whoa thing, and the horse is just bucking, and it kicks out at you, Tergot. And so...
Uh-oh.
Rolls a 14.
What?
You sprain your ankle.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't hit me.
You sprain your nose.
You easily dodge back out of the way as the horse kicks at you, taking no damage.
Oi! Just, come on!
Edmund comes running over as well, and he's trying to assist you a little bit. So go ahead and roll again with advantage.
And
You're trying to grab at the reins, and the horse is just prancing about and circling, and it's getting more and more agitated. You're having a hard time with this.
God, for an ex-druid, I'm not good at this.
It's just having fun with you now.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
So I suppose I'll try to help out with the horse. I feel like I shouldn't abandon him now.
I'll look
Okay.
around for shiny objects.
Yes, you go find the loot.
Okay.
I know I was on a quest to get rid of the banshees I was sent up here. What else was my quest or my mission per se?
The mission itself was just to kill the banshees in this area, and you're supposed to collect the heads of them and bring back as proof of the deed being done.
Okay. I will put away my rapier. I'll pull out a dagger and I'll start cutting off the heads.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if that actually is how you could. I guess so, because it says banshees appear as luminous, wispy forms that vaguely recall their mortal features. A banshee's face is wreathed in a wild tangle of hair, its body clad in wispy rags that flutter and stream around it. But it doesn't say anything about it being.
But it has incorporeal movement, which implies that it is incorporeal.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to decide if they would have, if their heads would still exist. I don't know.
Probably not, but that's up to you, I guess. You can always change it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Your
due
world.
to magic, it turns corporeal when it's dead.
That's kind of a good.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
becomes a mortal body.
Because what it says is that they were at one point a type of elf. So
Maybe the incorporeal thing is just magic. That the incorporeal movement.
yeah,
It's magic. They just kind of shift out of phase or something
I'm
or
gonna
whatever.
say that a bit of a husk of a corpse is left behind. That most of the etherealness that it's inherent in its body kind of dissipates and drifts away, kind of like a mist, leaving an odd sort of husk of a body. Think of like a really desiccated mummy behind. But there is a bit of tangibility to it, and you are able to cut the heads free and secure them in a sack or whatever you might have about you.
Okay, I'll start doing that then. Do you want me to roll anything or just let it go?
No, I'm going to let it go. This is not a difficult task.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing is taking off the heads.
Okay. And Finn, you said you're going to start searching the various houses?
Yeah, looking for loot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to make this a very tedious process. I will, however, show you guys the houses themselves.
Sure.
These houses got a leak.
Yeah, they do. Finn, as you kind of start walking through, and I imagine eventually your teammates manage to get the horse under control. A 12.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Enough. A 12 is enough for Fantine to help. And eventually the three of them manage to calm the horse, and everyone begins to kind of move about the houses. What you're finding are an area sunken in and filled with water, very old furniture strewn about. Much of it is broken and decayed. You kind of begin searching through the area. I'm going to say one of you make an investigation check with advantage, please.
Anybody got higher than a +2?
I have a +3.
Sure.
What are we rolling? You cut out.
Investigation.
Yeah.
One of us is rolling investigation for the treasure search.
So I've got +3. Does anybody beat that?
Nope.
Nah,
I got
go
a
for
0.
Okay, so I'll roll with advantage. 20.
There
Nice.
we go. Okay. So you begin searching through these houses, and there's clutter. There's not a lot of things to look through, so it doesn't take you a long time. But you also begin searching like those hidden tucked away areas. You begin looking for like loose boards in the floor that might be able to be pulled up, or little cabinets.
Check
or
the
something.
stones. Check the stones.
I found a sock.
Is there a match to it?
Nope.
'Cause if not, it's worthless.
It's just sitting here.
Well, perhaps you can replace your one holy sock.
I don't have a holy sock. I don't wear socks.
You ever hear of yes and?
In each of the houses, you do find small amounts of gold, silver, and copper, a few gems here and there. One of the things that you find is a pair of boots. You actually find a full pair of boots tucked up underneath one of the beds of the houses. These boots, the surroundings are moldy and disgusting, but these boots almost look like new.
Oh, a fancy pair of boots. Do they look to be of elven make? To my eyes.
They do not appear to be of elven make. They are actually they're brown boots themselves. Imagine like almost cowboy boots a little bit.
Yeehaw, fellas!
With a bit of a heel to them.
Is anybody in need of a new pair of shoes? Or would somebody like to try to identify these as best they can?
I would like shoes, but I don't know what they
Is there
are.
a roll I can make since we don't have identify? I have detect magic.
You do have detect magic.
So I could detect magic to see if they are magical or what school of magic.
And is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. So you cast your spell. Are you using your wand or are you using your own magic? Just out of curiosity.
The wand, because I got rid of the spell.
Okay.
I traded it out.
Good idea. So yes, you cast the spell with the wand, and your eyes open up and begin to see. Yes, indeed, those boots do gleam with a magical essence to them. An enchantment, it seems.
Pair of enchanted boots.
Also, you're spreading your eyes around and you're looking about a bit. And with that 20 investigation, you see in the well a little bit downward. There is a magical gleam.
I chuck the boots at Tergot. Tergot.
Ow! Knock the wind out of me.
All right, you guys figure out what to do with these boots. I'll be right back. And I go to the well.
Can satyrs even wear boots?
I don't see why not. I'm not going to be a dick about that.
You just have to stuff it, the long part,
Hey.
and then stick your hooves in the.
Hey, new guy, do you have a spell that lets you look at things?
I have two eyes. What are you trying to look at?
I have boots and
He's referring to the identify spell.
yeah, like, oh, is that what it's called? Anyway, our old guy, a big elephant. Have you seen him, by the way? Have you seen an elephant wander through here?
No, I've seen these white hags, and that's about it.
Okay, I'm not talking about the white. He's not a hag. Anyway, our old guy had a spell there where he could just kind of wah and then know what things were.
Unfortunately, I do not. I do apologize, but I'm sure we can find someone in town that can more than happily assist you for some coin.
I mean, I can also just stare at these for an hour.
I mean, you could. Or we could go to town, and you could have someone else stare at them for an hour.
I'm already staring at them.
So while this is going on, Fantine, you begin wading out into the water, heading towards the well.
Yeah. Can I peer into the well?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
15.
Okay.
Is the well full of water?
It is. It actually, the well water goes over a little bit of the well and kind of pours forth a little bit into the center of this. Like it's a bit of a trickle going down the stones itself, but you get your hands wet as you put them on top of this. And Finn, your breathing is still being picked up. Yeah. Anyway, looking down there, you have dark vision, right, Fantine?
Yes, I do.
So, looking down, the well goes deep. You're estimating probably about 20, maybe 25 feet down. But there at the bottom, you can see the outline of something sticking out of the mud at the bottom. It seems to be maybe a handle. Or it's circular and kind of blunted at the end.
Does it seem to be a thing that I can pick up, or more like a door?
No, it's something that you could fit your hand around. It's about the width of like maybe a steel bar.
Okay.
It's
So
cylindrical. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so it is something I could pick up, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It's 30 feet down in the water.
Yeah, because I've got this potion of underwater breathing, but I wonder if I would even have to use it because I think that the rules are you can hold your breath for like 1 plus your Constitution modifier minutes,
Yeah,
so that would give me
something like that.
3 minutes of.
I can
of
hold my
holding
breath for an hour. Just FYI, guys.
Damn! Oh, you're a turtle. My dear friend Ormr, I've actually got a task for you if you'd like to do it. I mean, I could probably do it, but I figure you're a little bit better suited.
Not a problem. I will go out there and retrieve the item.
Now,
Not to be that person, can the turtle fit in the well?
I'm wondering that. I'm quite thin. If I have to go down, I will.
So the well itself is about, I'd say about, yeah, actually it looks like it's about maybe 6 feet around. So how big are you, Ormr?
I'm a medium-sized creature.
Well,
I wouldn't think
how much do you weigh? I'm just trying to get a general idea of your size.
I'm 450 and 5'2".
Damn, 450 pounds.
So I'm
Apparently.
So what I'm gonna say is, with your shell, you could fit, but it's
there's
gonna
a
be
risk.
a tight fit.
Oh, man, don't risk it. I'll go.
If I may interject, are you needing something fetched from the bottom of the well?
That's what we're planning on. Do you have
I may be of assistance to return the favor for helping me.
Well, by all means. I get out of
cast
the way.
Mage Hand, and I pick it up with Mage Hand.
Okay, so you send a spectral hand down, and let's see. If it moves more than, okay, I did say it was 30 feet down, so it would be able to get down to the bottom. So you see your spectral hand going down and grasp the rod, and it begins to pull upward. However, let's see, how much can it hold?
I think it's
10
10
pounds.
pounds.
10 pounds. Okay, so then yes. Let's see, the hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds. So yeah. It's difficult for it, because it's just within that 10 pound, but it does slowly begin to pull it up out of the well. And when it does reach the top, you see a cylindrical rod about 1.5 feet in length that's carved with strange runes along both sides.
Do my eyes of the Runekeeper help me with this, or is it like they're symbols more than language?
They are arcane symbols. You
Okay.
recognize, what languages do you speak?
So I speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but I can read all writing.
You recognize these to be abyssal runes of magic in origin. But basically, when it's demon magic, it's demon runes. Go ahead and roll a Arcana check.
Did someone
I'll try
say
it, but
infernal?
I'll also call over to Finn and say,
'Cause-
Finn, I recognize this as being something of demonic origin. You could be of some help here.
I can read infernal.
I'll walk over and look at it.
So Dolar, you also would recognize that these are.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There's someone talking in the background somewhere.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
I'm
now?
not getting.
See. Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, that actually ended up being my fault. Somehow an app opened, it was playing at the background the entire time. I'm like, I can't hear. Someone's talking about cooking.
That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you recognize them as infernal runes. They're magical runes, so you would have to make an Arcana check as well. And Finn, since you said you were interested, you can go ahead and make one as well.
16.
You recognize that with the 16, Finn, you recognize that these runes are they're specifically infernal runes of bonding. For somebody who has a patron, they could bind themselves and attune themselves to this rod, and their connection will be heightened and increased when they use it.
Ooh. So, it looks like this item is for someone like you or me. Someone who's got a big man in their corner, so to speak. If I were to attune to this, it might make the things that I do a little bit better.
Well, as much as I'd like to be a little bit closer to my mysterious hippie patron, I think it was meant for you, Finn.
Ooh. Well, then, I guess I'll try and see what it does.
As Fantine says that, she just kind of hears a weird chuckle in the wind.
Oh, he's here! He's here! Everybody look around! Do you hear banjo music?
What?
Stop what you're doing right
Stop
now!
distracting me. I'm staring at these boots.
Does anyone hear a banjo?
It does not seem to be a banjo or anything else. It's just a weird sound the wind made rustling through the leaves.
Sorry, guys, just the wind gets me every time.
Hey, Fantine, do you have like PTSD or something? Because
No, I just have a strange man who just ends up places sometimes, and I want to
Like a
be
stalker?
like him. No,
do you need help?
he doesn't follow me intentionally. He just accidentally ends up there because he just wanders around, you know?
Yeah, that's what all stalkers say.
Oh, is he
That's pretty spot
stalking? I write this down. Put
So,
stalker, question mark.
Tergot, how exactly am I supposed to stare at this thing?
Well, I mean, if you're tuning to it as an hour, you guys keep on distracting me. I need to stare at these boots.
Tilt your head slightly to the right. Open your eyes as wide as they go.
And don't blink. If you blink,
If you
you have
blink,
to do
you
it
have to
for
start
another
all
hour.
over.
Sorry, my insight score's not that bad.
Well, go ahead and roll an insight score then, or an insight check.
Should I do deception?
Are we deceiving?
Wait a minute, what? Oh, I was
I
talking
think he
about
was-
the rod. What do you guys? What?
17.
He was saying because we were lying to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
But hey, now
Because
give it to
they
him.
were like, hey, you have to keep your eyes open the entire time
You
and not
need
blink.
to stand on one foot, put
Do
your
you
hand
not-
on top of your head.
Do you guys not know how to attune to things?
Okay.
Well,
Finn, it seems sketchy to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and have an hour of tuning to this item.
And Finn,
Is this a
Are you guys-
cursed eye? Are we
you
taking?
guys-
a
Are we
rest
just
then?
gonna take a short rest
that's what I
here?
was getting ready
It
to
sounds
ask.
like that's what we're going to do.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a long rest to get some hit points, but a short rest works because then I at least get my key points back.
You
Right?
can use hit
Yeah,
dice
and you
on
can
a short
expend
rest.
hit dice.
This
Um,
is true
are-
too.
I would say just a short rest because I really don't need anything, but I'll make use of my time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Short rest is fine. I'll just use a couple hit dice.
Okay.
Actually, I would like to do something for your taking a short rest.
Yep.
Ah. Where's it at? Sorry, my thing is being stupid.
I imagine we probably go into one of these crumbling houses. Or out of the water, at least.
Find us the one that is the least crumbly.
Well, you can look
Okay.
around.
While I was going to say, if once we get into a room and we're all sitting down, I'm going to pull out a lute and I will be playing Song of Rest.
Oh wow, he can play an instrument too. Fantine fans herself.
Go ahead and give me a performance check, Dolar.
Alright. Let's see.
So most of the houses...
I had something for an actual lute, but I can't find my actual lute.
Alright, nobody sees anything.
Oh, I'll just do
I don't-
performance.
I don't-
Blanket.
He could use some work.
Well,
I like how the horse followed us in.
I'm just dragging things around.
Can I try to act as Dolores' metronome to give him advantage?
Sure, why not? I'll allow
I was
it.
going to say, well,
I'm clapping to help him keep time.
Go ahead and
Well,
roll a
I
second
should-
performance check.
I was going to say, I should have something for my lute for special, but I can't find it on the actual sheet.
It would be the same thing as performance anyway. It's just
Yeah,
D20
Because it's
plus-
proficiency in
Yeah,
charisma.
exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, with the 21, with Fantine clapping and helping along, you begin to play your lute and make a very nice performance. A very solemn and harmonious melody that kind of brings everybody a little bit of peace. And with the addition, you do your what? Go ahead and throw that up in the text so we can all see that.
I clicked it. It's not doing it.
There you go.
Did you see that message I sent you, Matt?
Not yet. I will.
Okay.
A beautiful song. Unfortunately, I'm already at max HP thanks to your wonderful curing of my brain ankle.
Okay. So, anyway, he begins playing this melody, and with the Song of Rest, everyone everyone can hear it, regains hit points at the end of the short rest by spending, they get an extra d6, so...
Nice.
Nice, and add a d6 to that. So you all sit there. Finn, the reason I asked you to make that insight check earlier was because as you're sitting there and you begin to attune yourself to this rod,
Mm-hmm.
you begin to feel that connection between yourself and it. And the rod in your hand, it wants something.
Uh-oh.
It wants a sacrifice from you.
Do I know what kind?
It craves your blood to be spread over the runes, to seal the pact between yourself and it.
Now, would that be between myself and the item, or myself and the person?
Yourself and the item.
Okay.
This is your blood is what's sealing your connection to the item.
Okay. I know this is a bad idea, and I'm gonna tell Barnabas that I think this is a bad idea. And then I'm gonna pull out a small, knife and cut myself a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll a d4 for me.
A D4, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Haha.
You place a knife against your... I assume you have a dagger or something.
Yeah.
You place it against your hand and just pull your hand with one quick motion. And you feel the knife bite into your palm a little bit. Just a little cut. And you do lose 1 hit point, but the blood begins to well up out of you. And as you spread it over the runes of the rod, you feel that connection complete. And you feel yourself at one and attuned to this. What you have here, which I'll go ahead and show you guys, is a Rod of the Pact Keeper. When you hold it, you get a bonus to spell attack rolls and to the saving throw DC of your Warlock spells. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that into your inventory.
Awesome.
Ooh.
I was also attuning to those boots.
Yep, I will get to you.
Okay, just making sure.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check while I'm doing this.
Him or me? Or both of us?
Just him.
Mhm.
Why is it not coming up?
And with that Song of Rest, I only get 1 extra d6, correct? It's not 1 per hit dice I roll?
Yeah, it's just 1d6. You just add a d6. You can roll as many as you want.
But I only get the 1 d6 a
Yes.
single time.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. Just wanted to make sure.
Did you want both of us to roll Arcana or just
No,
Tergot?
that was just him.
Okay.
You figured it out already.
Cool.
You're good. Tergot with a 12, you stuff your feet into these boots and you kind of begin moving about, wearing them, walking around a little bit, and over the course of an hour, you do begin to attune yourself to them. What those are, I'll go ahead and show you, is the boots of striding and springing. When you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump farther than your remaining movement would allow. So that's what those are.
Yippee!
Jumping boots.
Well, these are quite useless.
Well, then throw them in the pile for somebody else to have.
Well, I mean, I am carrying Shadowfire's bag of gold around, so it's kind of useful for that. But
Even though we don't have encumbrance.
Speaking of which, we never did decide what we were going to do with that.
Shadowfire's gold,
Yes.
give it back to him when we find him.
Well, then why would he have handed
You
it
guys-
to us in the first place?
Did you guys say you lost an elephant?
No.
Yeah.
He ran away.
Well, we technically lost him. Like, if he ran away and then we aren't able to find him, so he's lost.
Can I interject that during the short rest, I want to be reading this book that we got last time, The Lich of the Swamp. I don't know if you have anything prepared for that, but
I have a little bit prepared for it, but I actually was in the middle of typing out a bit more of a story for you, but I can give you
Okay.
a synopsis of it.
if it's better for me to wait, then I'll wait.
And let's be clear, he was not an elephant, he was an elephant man.
Yes.
I believe Loxodon is what he called himself.
That explains so much more. I was trying to figure out how you guys lost a giant elephant wandering
Exactly.
forest. Much less how you got an elephant into this forest.
Well, I mean, they can kind of knock trees aside. But
Needless to say, so what brings you guys here to this run-down town?
We're headed to the city. We are a traveling circus of sorts.
I also
going
saw
to
my
North
our elephant man's footprints walking this way. So I thought, maybe he'd be here. But instead, we've got you. Not that I'm disappointed.
That that's,
Yeah,
not that that's a bad thing, of course.
But I was expecting to see a friend, and yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
sorry
how
that I disappoint. But I can show you guys to the way to town. We're not that far. If you guys want an escort.
Wait, town?
That would be wonderful.
Which town?
Breaking the fourth wall. I don't remember which town
no
that was
problem.
that I was coming from.
You're coming from North Amia, which is to the north of where you guys currently are. It took you about a good 10 hours or so to walk from the edge of the forest to where you guys are now.
Okay. I was just confused because he was using the word town and you had always called it a city.
It is. It is actually a very large city. I would consider it a metropolis size.
Okay. Yes, North Amia is in fact where we are headed.
Yeah, I can definitely. If you guys don't mind an escort, I can definitely lead you to the way.
That I would be very grateful. I mean, me and my friends would be very grateful.
That would certainly be useful to have an escort there.
I mean, it's north. I was the escort. I mean, I guess you know where it is, but I guess no one needs me anymore.
I mean,
I'm just the one that can, wander through the woods and make sure that you guys don't fall into any pit traps or anything. But you know what? Fine.
Hey, Tergot.
Another body for cannon fodder wouldn't be half bad either.
Tergot.
Yeah, hi.
Finn's gonna walk over to the new guy and point at his horns, and point at his lute, and point at his hands that are scorched from casting fire spells, and point at the spectral mage hand that he just cast.
So you don't like him either. Okay, good.
And be like, oh, so you're worried about your job being taken? Huh. It's not like I'm the guy with horns who uses a lute, fire spells, and mage hand.
Listen,
Fantine's like not catching any of this. She's just looking at him, batting her eyelash.
we're both worried about losing our jobs here, okay? I was God, this sucks.
Actually,
where are you from?
I suppose if he's doing all that, I can just focus on leading the circus.
But yeah, you and I
need
can
to get
run
you a
away
big
and start our
top
own
hat.
circus. We can start our own circus, leave these guys alone,
As soon as we get to the city, I'm definitely getting a top hat.
Dope. And
I
get
mean,
like the little, what is it, like
I-
a little stick that they always wave around.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't trying to intrude. I do apologize if I'm intruding in the groups or taking
Oh,
any.
the Lord, trust me, it's no intrusion. You are very welcome here. We're so happy to have you.
Fantine is happy to have you. Me and Finn,
We, as
I don't
a
want to talk
group,
for you, but
all of us, super happy.
Can I do an insight on Finn and Tergot, please?
Absolutely, you can.
I mean,
Okay, first one's Finn.
bro, you can't tell that they don't like.
Next one is Tergot.
You can definitely tell Finn does not like you. There's no question about
Yeah,
that.
Finn was definitely pissed off at first when he realized how many similarities there were between the two of you. But he is kind of coming around to that whole, hey, if you're the musician, then I can just focus on being the ringleader.
I mean, I can do more stuff than fire. If that is your, forte, I can definitely move to something else. And I'll do minor image, and I'll just have like a snowflake in my hand or something like that.
No, it's no problem. To be fair, my proclivity for fire is only due to the accident which befell me. Someone attempted to harm me greatly, and they were foolish enough to think that it would be the same to harm someone like me as it would a human, and it cost them.
Did someone try to eat you? Is that why you don't like fire?
Wait, what was that last part I heard? Did someone try to
Is
blank?
Eat you? Did someone try to eat you? Is that why you're not really favored towards fire, but you took your fear and brought it, made it your passion?
No, they had attempted to curse me body and soul for attempting to run away and elope with one of their servants.
So, did you not start off as a satyr?
Oh, I was always a satyr, but look at these horns. Do you not see the bright red glowing runes placed upon them, and the fact that my countenance is more fiendish than normal?
I do. I just didn't know if you were a halfling that got cursed into what you look like today.
I've always been a satyr. I just look more fiendish than a normal satyr would.
I'm gonna lean back and I'll look at Edward. And I don't believe I got your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Edmund Coltrast. Hi.
Okay.
He's my apprentice.
Nice to meet you.
Apprentice.
Yes.
We're gonna have to teach
How do you say that
Edmund
word?
to stop introducing himself with his last name.
Yeah.
Justin.
You
I
know,
was gonna say, did the
What's
last
wrong with my
name
last
catch?
name? You know what? Actually, it might. Go ahead and roll a history check for me.
Edmund, you gotta. You know how you don't know my last name? You gotta kind of like not use your last name ever.
Yeah, it's not familiar.
Edmund, do you remember how there's that guy trying to kill your whole family?
Oh,
Maybe you shouldn't.
I
Just
suppose.
in case.
You're right. I probably shouldn't be using my name. There
He
are-
could have servants in Northumbria. We never know.
Well, then how am I going to speak to the king about what happened to my father?
Well,
The king is
when
different.
we get to the king, we can say, yeah, this is Edmund Coltrast. But when we're walking around town meeting strangers, they don't need to know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just Edmund then. Just Edmund.
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Does Edmund have a cloak, or is he straight in armor?
No,
or what's he wearing?
He's just a young man in a brown cloak. He has a longbow strewn around his back, and he has a rapier at his side. You can just see the edge of it sticking out from underneath his cloak. But he's just a young human male. You estimate probably early teens, with dark black hair and very, very bright blue eyes.
Oh, by the way, Edmund, you know how I gave you some of my arrows?
Yes, I have 9 left. No,
Yeah.
8 left. I have 8 left.
Yeah, could I have like half of those? Because I have one.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Here's 4 arrows.
Why haven't you been picking arrows up after each battle? Out of character, BT dubs.
Because I forget about that.
Well, you know,
Oh,
why don't we go and look about the battlefield and see if we can find some?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And so the two of you scurry out. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
21.
Oh yeah, you got however many arrows you shot, you can get half back.
I cannot remember.
I think you shot, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6. So let's say you get 3 back, and Edmund gets 1 back because he shot twice.
Okay.
But yeah, always remember to pick up your arrows.
I'm gonna look at Omar. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it? Ormr.
Ormr.
Ormr. Okay. I will butcher that until the day I die.
That's alright. Don't worry. It'll
Don't
probably
worry,
change
it'll be
soon anyway.
different next week.
Every time I learn how to say it, I go by something else. So, everyone else has told me their role. What is your role with the or circus, I should say, because you guys said you're a circus, correct?
Actually, I haven't told you anything about me yet. You hear from outside.
I mean, isn't it pretty clear? I'm the muscle of the group. I'm here to keep everybody safe, and knock down some bad guys in the process.
You definitely did that to the Karens. I mean, the Banshees.
Also, Tergot, as you finish picking up the arrows you can find, and you and Edmund begin heading back towards the house, you do realize, as you're looking up, that the sun is beginning to set.
So you see how the sun is like right there in the sky, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's about like I would say. What time is it?
Probably around 6:30-ish.
Yeah, so that means it's 6:30. Around.
Oh, right there specifically. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
I'll
it kind
try
of changes. It kind of changes depending on the time of the year. Funnily enough.
No, well, and I will keep that in mind, Tergot. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very complicated system, and sometimes I forget it.
Definitely. It does seem complicated, but I'll try to be mindful of the time.
Well, I mean, you don't really need it. Just like sunset, noon, sunrise. It's kind of. I was just trying to show off, honestly.
But you guys do finish a short rest, and everyone gathers back in the house, the ramshackle and some half sunken and filled with water's house. But what are you guys wanting to do?
Shall we press on?
You haven't told us what you do, Dolan.
Dolor.
Just call me D, if it's hard to pronounce.
Singing Dola Dola Belly, y'all.
I'm just going to call you Dolan. So what do you do? You've asked everyone except me, but...
Well, you already said your role. I do apologize. I was not trying to be...
Have I said my role?
You said you were the one that led everyone. You were the leader of the escort, showing where everyone... Make sure no one gets lost.
I guess... Yes. I guess that's my... yeah, but that kind of makes it sound like I have no role outside of forests.
I do apologize. I didn't mean to presume your role. But besides... And I'll just, wave down completely cocky at myself. Besides this, I am... You could just say
this?
What's jack of all trades.
What do you mean by this? I don't understand.
Don't you have eyes, Tergot?
Yeah, and I mean he's okay looking for a tiefling.
She gestures to all of him.
He's all right looking for a tiefling, but I mean,
I draw.
So you're a musician? It seems some kind of a bard.
Yes, I.
Is that right?
Before I travel town to town and play music when I can to survive and do what quest I can to basically make ends meet. I never stay in a town for too long.
Well, forgive me if I do not look at you often. It is nothing against you personally. I merely have a bad relationship with devils.
Understandable. We are a tricky... How do I say? Selfish.
But yes, if you can assist our resident cat Tergot in helping us find our way to the city.
Edmund's enough assistance. Thank you. I can find my own way.
I will.
Well, then you can
I will defer to you.
Then you can entertain us along the way.
I will play a band in honor of the Tergot, the nose of the group. I will play the Pussycat Dolls.
Excuse me?
What's new,
I cannot-
Pussycat? Whoa,
I cannot even begin to describe how racist that is.
You literally said that this man was pretty okay looking for a tiefling. That was pretty racist.
I've seen like one tiefling and he tried to slit my throat. What do you expect from me? It's nothing against you. My mentor in the Thieves Guild was a tiefling and I don't like him. Okay? It's nothing against you.
I can, if
Well,
my presence does disturb you, I'll try to stay downwind of you.
I mean, you don't really disturb me. It's more of like a...
Dolor, you're so accommodating. You need not mind.
He had a bad
If-
experience.
If everyone is good, I wouldn't mind pressing on into the evening.
Yes. Oh,
Let us go.
since I'm not trying to presume here, can you see in the dark?
Dolor.
I'm double checking because I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. Yes, I can see.
I'm pretty sure tieflings have dark vision.
Yeah, I do. I
thought
couldn't
that
remember
they
off the top
did,
of my head.
but my character in-game probably wouldn't have known one way or the other, and he wants to make sure that nobody ends up, like, falling down a hole or, like, breaking a leg or something because they can't see.
Cut to Shadowfire in a trench holding his ankle. I hurt!
Edmund, however, kind of raises his hand and does point out, I do not have dark vision.
That's okay. You're up with me anyway, and I have dark vision, so I can lead you. Unless we just want to sleep and then do this in the morning, because it is getting dark. I didn't know if you guys know about 6:30.
We just took a short rest.
Yeah.
We
We
did
just took a
just take a
short
short rest, and I just
6:30.
used hit dice.
But we could sleep
Might as well make it worth our while. Or we could press on.
because the short
And
rest
sleep
isn't
later.
really
I mean,
sleep. So
If you are too tired to go on, you could always take a rest on the horse, and I could lead the way for you if you would like.
no, I'm not saying I'm too tired to go on. I'm just saying that just so we don't have to leave poor Edmund stumbling through the woods alone at night.
Edmund could be riding the horse.
Not alone. Put him on the horse.
It seems like
I
he's
can
alone.
throw him a torch if it's that big of a deal.
Just put
I've got 8 of
him
them, and
on
I
the
don't
horse,
need them.
and then you with dark vision pull the horse along, like guide it by its reins. I
It's
don't
kind
understand
of-
what the problem.
A bit too noisy. Oh, whatever.
We're not trying to be stealthy here.
So you're suggesting Edmund gets up on the horse with a torch from Ormr, and then what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm
I'll be
just going to follow directly
Walking.
behind.
Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead? I'm going to move Edmund and the horse over a little bit. And why don't you guys give me a marching order?
Sure. Let me find Edmund and the horse. Okay. Which direction do we need to be facing?
Just facing north. We're not going to be too complicated here.
So I'll be in position to say something like this so that I'm not directly behind the horse.
Okay.
Because I don't want the chance that I would get kicked. Oh wait, never mind. That would be up here. He's further back than I thought.
Okay. So I'm going to move Ormr up 1. Oh, I did forget to give you guys the numbers of the things you found. Let me do that real quick.
Yes. I shall write them down.
found in total 2,100 copper pieces, 1,000 silver, 110 gold, and quite a few more gems.
Cool. Okay, so let me see. Pull open my calculator. And there's 5 of us again, right? Yes, 5.
Well, 6 counting Edmund.
Okay, so everybody gets 420 copper pieces.
Nice.
I feel like that's a week too late.
Never too late.
200 silver pieces each. $22 gold pieces each.
Are you including Edmund in this, Finn?
No,
Okay.
he's rich.
Well,
You'll be rich as soon as we get your keep back. And if
Edmund
you're
kinda-
not, we'll give you some money at the end.
Edmund kind of raises an eyebrow a little bit. Well, I guess I'm not a part of the team like I thought.
I mean,
Oh,
I've been actually taking half my cut and putting it aside for you. So if you patient,
Oh, okay.
and
I was.
He
just-
We'll
was-
give
I
you an
was just-
allowance when we
I was-
reach North.
I was just teasing Tergot. My family will be fine so long as I can reclaim my family's land. But I was just teasing you. You don't need to give me any of your money. You earned that. I'm learning.
Not to, point this out, be the only one. I don't know if you guys have thought about this, but how are you
Right.
going to disguise him once we get to the city?
where's my
He's just a boy wearing a.
the scroll.
Does he need additional disguising?
I have a scroll.
I've never been to North Amia before, and
I'm not.
tended to
I
live
don't
at
think
home.
that somebody is going to recognize him.
I've only met a few people. And
I think people are more likely to recognize the name than they are to recognize the little boy's face.
I have the scroll. So
And Tergot has.
okay.
No, sorry. Matt, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
The city, are we needing documents to get into the city, or is it like all comes in, or do you need like a passport to get in?
You don't need a passport per se. There are guards who inspect anybody who comes in, inquires after their business, makes a ledger of who comes in and out, and they do keep meticulous records. So you do have to pass through a guarded gate to get into the city. But once you're in the city, you do have freedom of movement. You don't need like documents stating your business to get into the city itself.
Okay.
But also, I do have a like giving us a meeting with the.
You're cutting in and out, Fantine, but I believe you're saying
Sorry.
you have the letter of introduction to meet with the Chancellor of
Mildred
Yeah.
Balcon. Message for Mildred Balcon asking her to grant us audience with the king.
There you go.
So have you guys thought about a new name then for Edmund?
Edward.
Edward Collins.
Yes.
Sure. That works for me. I can respond to Edward.
Somebody write that.
It's
So it's
not
about
to-
time for me to go. Unfortunately, I gotta leave a little.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna actually round things out a little bit here. Do you guys just want to cut
Okay.
things off for right here, or do you guys want to just carry on without Fantine? 'Cause it's not going to be a lot that she misses.
Yeah, I figured it's just going to be more role play than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're
And-
good, Fantine, we can just say that Fantine kind of zones out and is focused on the journey.
I stare
foot
at the back
in front
of
of the other.
Dolores' head for the rest.
I didn't know I was the journey she was on.
I'm on a fantastical mind journey right now. Alrighty,
so,
guys. I'm probably good for next week. So
Okay, sounds
Cool.
good.
Same.
We'll see you then.
I
Bye.
Have fun at the
haven't
game.
heard anything yet. I'll let you guys know. Have fun at the game.
Yep. Good luck. Okay. Anyway. So,
Not
yep.
to point out, with the elephant in the room. Or wait, was that too soon for your guys' missing friend?
I told you, he's not missing. He ran away. Left us.
He sounds
With-
like a coward.
Nary,
He's not a
goodbye.
coward. He's a very. He's an elephant. Scared of mice,
I'm just, I would, personally, he should, Edmund, just a little advice. Like they said, you definitely should not introduce your title and your full name to strangers. Heaven forbid, what if I was someone actually out to hunt you and not the Banshees?
Well, then we'd kill you.
Yeah, there is that. You wouldn't survive a second.
Yeah, and Edmund does pat his rapier.
No, I meant more of, you guys don't know me. I don't know you. Heaven forbid. I'm just looking out for his thing.
I do take your point, and I will just introduce myself as Ed or Edward until we get to the castle. Will that satisfy you?
You can do as you wish. I'm just throwing my 2 cents out, because all it would take is have someone join the party, wait a little while, you sleep, and then to kill you.
Are you saying we need to keep a close eye on you?
Are you saying that we need to tie you up and leave you in the woods right now?
Are you saying
guys
that we
can-
should just kill you?
You guys can do as you wish. If you guys don't want me to join, I won't join. I was just looking out for him, as in, the city is a dangerous place. If he's this wanted person, like
Not
you guys
wanted.
say, no, people are wanting to kill him. I meant. I do apologize for misspeaking. If he has a bounty on his head, someone would want to claim it.
I don't think he even has a bounty on his head. He's just this old guy, Veritude.
Political enemies.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so Veritude, the new lord of that keep, hired a group of mercenaries to kill the other lords of that keep. Mercenaries kept him alive, and he might want him dead?
My
That's all
father-
I'm saying.
yes.
If you guys want, I can prove my innocence and not wanting to kill him.
I'm not worried.
I'm keeping a close eye on you, no matter what, so. Also,
that is your wish.
stay away from my coin pouch, please. I might have threatened Elephant Man's hand when he was trying to give me his coin pouch, and it made me feel bad. But I will threaten your hand.
Just so you're aware, we're not speaking in metaphors here. He's not talking about his goods. He's talking about his actual coin purse.
Well, I'm talking about both. Keep your hand away from either one, honestly.
Don't worry, you're a little bit too hairy for my taste.
Not actually,
Alright,
that's a should be.
Let's move on.
You guys, as you guys leave the sunken, forgotten little settlement, and you guys begin following a trail north along that same beaten, weathered, and hard-packed earth and stone pathway that led you to the small settlement. The trees are thickening once more as you make your way past the village itself and into the forest. And as you guys walk, it does get darker and darker, but you do press on for a good 4 hours or so until it's coming up to around almost about 11 o'clock. You would estimate as you all look up in the sky and see a moon that is slowly beginning to wane. You can tell that it is getting to a point where you guys should bed down for the evening.
Then bed down we shall.
Would I be able to look for Shadowfire's tracks on the way during the while we're walking?
Yeah, you can try. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
And it's my natural terrain, right? Or
Yeah,
favorite.
it's natural terrain.
14. Not very good.
Yeah, you're not seeing any footprints. You do see scuff marks on occasion, but that could have been made by the tiefling just as much as it was made by a Luxstan. You're searching as best you can, but you're not finding any signs that Shadowfire had possibly gone this way.
With a natural 20, you might have heard the cry of someone with a broken whatever they call their feet.
What if Shadowfire's actually a changeling?
I'm very badly burned.
Shadowfire just keeps running
I'm
into the
still
trees.
alive.
Hi there, Ron Weasley. Right now, this party's full, but thanks for tuning in.
So yeah, we'll bed down for the night when it's time.
Okay.
Okay.
No worries. Go ahead and make a survival check as you all look for a good place to bed down for the evening.
I was going to ask.
How about,
Mr. Survival, how about the ranger does it?
Yeah,
that's probably.
Well, I thought you meant everyone. I apologize. That's my fault.
No, it's okay. We can have two people do it. Go ahead. If someone else wants to.
I like Tergot's role better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tergot's
No
fine.
offense.
No,
offense,
none taken. None taken. I thought he was having everyone look.
Dude, what are you doing over by the spiked rocks? It's like right here is a better come on.
I have an itch I'm trying to get with the rock.
Put your bedroll down on.
The ground's all soggy where he is. Hey, this is a great place to sleep.
It's a nice waterbed.
Well, while Dolar definitely is eyeing this odd-looking shallow puddle as a good place to sleep, Tergot, on the other hand, finds himself a nice little indented area just off this very ancient road that you guys have been following. And you do find a little bit of a nice glade. Trees around the outside and a few bush that gives you a little bit of cover. That allow you to build the fire without being seen unless someone's right up on you. So you feel like this would be a very good spot to bed down for the evening.
Hooray.
Hey, music man, over here.
Oh, sorry, I got this wicked itch on my back that I'm just trying to get.
Your bedroll. You got out your bedroll. I don't
No
believe you.
problem at all, Ron
But
Weasley.
right here.
Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
You can sleep right over next to that tree over there.
Why do I feel like it's completely far away from you? Just like, you can go over there.
Now, how many hit dice do I regain with a long rest?
Half.
Like half of what I need?
You get half back of what you have. So if you, as a level 6 character, you would get 3 back.
Okay, I got it. Okay. And am I safe to just heal up, or do we need to do some rolls?
Well, you guys are going to do your rolls like normal.
Yep.
As everybody's bedding down for the evening, you build a small fire, use up some rations, or Tergot maybe goes hunting, and with a 20, I'm going to say you probably find a couple of rabbits that you can snare and have for a decent meal.
Anyone want any rabbits?
Sure.
And so you all kind of spend some time enjoy cooking a meal, relaxing a little bit, getting to know your new tiefling travel companion. And all of you have a nice meal, a good calming evening for the most part. If there's anything anybody wants to do before you bed down, you can. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and start having you guys roll for your watches.
I hate these boots so much.
I'll take fourth watch now that Shadowfire's not here anymore.
If you guys want, I will take first watch unless
I was gonna
Tergot,
offer
you
first
would like.
watch.
You can take first watch, Tergot. I will take second.
I'll take third.
Okay. Sounds good. So you all bed down for the evening, and Tergot, go ahead and make your first watch perception check.
19.
Yeah. Tergot, you kind of are pacing around the outer edge of this little clearing you guys have found for your campsite, and your eyes are just out there scanning with those cat eyes of yours, looking throughout the trees. Every time a bird chirped, or an owl hoos, or a bit of an insect, whatever, you spot it and you see it and you zone in on it, and it's almost tempting to pull out your bow and take a shot at these things, but don't have too many arrows left, so you probably shouldn't.
I'm guessing I don't see the big elephant man with a light on his trunk anywhere.
No, unfortunately.
Only in your dreams.
But the first 2 hours of your watch go by fairly uneventful. And as you wake up, Dolar, for the second watch, you bed down in your bedroll, and you're kind of feeling a bit disappointed and a little worried and upset that you haven't seen your friend.
Can we assume that Fantine is enamored enough that she would take a watch with Mr. Dollar?
I'm going to say no in this circumstance, just because I don't want to puppet her.
Fair.
Dolar, go ahead and make your perception check.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm too busy playing the guitar to pay attention.
yeah, you pull out your lute and you begin strumming and fingering the chords, and God, it's annoying. Everyone can hear it, and Tergot...
Dolar, I can't sleep.
Yeah, I'd say Tergot, you can probably hear it as you're trying to get some rest.
Focus, dude.
And with a 9 performance, you're just out of tune. And you have to sit down and begin, you loosen up all your strings, you're beginning to tighten it, trying to work out to get the chord, the right sound for the remainder of your watch. And you're so completely focused on that nothing at all catches your attention.
Scream into my pillow a little bit.
I went from his best friend to his worst enemy in a character's difference.
However, you do finally get your instrument tuned, and you realize, oh shit, I should have been paying attention. Who's third watch?
That would be me.
So you go and you wake up Ormr, the turtle, from her sleeping bag or bedroll, whatever. Go ahead, Ormr, and make your perception check.
Nice.
Whew. With a 21, you're seeing everything. You can even see Fantine probably snoring just a little bit in her blankets. You can hear that coming from her. Out there in the woods, you catch sight of these little flickers of light. almost bluish in tinge that just kind of wink on and wink off again, moving out there in the distance. And you only have about 60 feet of dark vision, so these things you're catching them just at the edge of your vision. You can also see, like, you guys didn't camp too far from the road, maybe about 15 or so feet. I don't have on the map for that, but in this space you can see these lights aren't flickering around the road. They're on your side and they're on the far side, but they don't come out into the open area of this path itself.
Okay. If I step forward, like, say 10 feet or so, can I get them within view? Like, within my...
You can certainly try. Are you moving? Are you just walking out into the forest, or are you trying to be a bit more stealthy and cautious?
I mean, I'm probably gonna be stealthy and, try to be quiet. Just, I don't want to go more than 20 feet. If I go 20 feet and it's still out of my range, I'm gonna go back and wake somebody up.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
That would be a 9.
Okay, you go walking out about 20 feet, being as quiet as you can, but you're coming into a much more dense part of the forest, and you're trying to get around trees a little bit and hitting branches, and your eyes are out there looking among the trees, and the lights, there's no real pattern to them, but they always appear somewhere far in the distance. Like, you try to walk towards one, but the next time you see that light, you don't see that light when you get there. You see another light somewhere in the distance, and maybe another one farther to the other side, but...
Okay, so then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna wake Finn up, since, I'm assuming it's kind of getting close to time to wake him up anyway.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about the time for his watch.
Okay, I'm gonna wake him up and point out the lights to him. I'd rather not go on my own.
Okay. So you wake up Finn and rouse him from his slumber. And to get you kind of point out, are you pointing away from the road, towards the road? What are you drawing his attention to?
I'm gonna draw his attention to the lights that I was seeing.
Okay. So she starts pointing them out to you, and you can see the same thing.
And I'm telling him, like, hey, Finn, look at these weird lights out here.
And Finn, you can see them as well now that she's pointing, because she's pointing out to you. And then you see it just on the very far edge of your dark vision. You can see that little flicker of a light that comes up and goes out again.
I'm gonna blow him a kiss. I'm assuming that this is possibly a Fae thing, because that's one of the classic Fae ploys is, hey, follow the lights, and then suddenly you're a prisoner of a fairy. Is there a check I can make for that? Being a Fae and all?
Maybe, I suppose you could make a survival check or a Arcana check, either or.
Sure. Can I have advantage for being a Fae myself?
I don't see why not.
Excellent. 11.
It's hard to tell. You've definitely heard stories about fairies and things trying to draw unweary travelers towards them by having lights dance about somewhere in the distance. They don't seem to be coming towards you at all. They're just, it's almost like a really bright firefly.
Well, if you really want to go look at it, I'll go with you, but just know that this is often one of the ways that Fae lure travelers.
Should we wake the others and have more people on hand?
Well, out of game, we can't wake Fantine because she's not here, and the other two need their rest because they have to be able to regain their spells.
this is fair.
Well, and it's also
I mean, you have
6
admin.
o'clock.
I mean, I think we can wake up though.
Well, I will say it is 6 o'clock, which means it's time for this session to end.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we will pick this up next week.
Sure.
With you guys trying to decide if you want to chase after these lights or not.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. So,
Yeah, it's not like we could do much more anyway.
For everybody here in the Debauchery Circus, I am Matthew R. Dawson, and I want to thank you everybody for tuning in and watching us this afternoon. If you enjoyed our episode, please feel free to follow us on Twitch and also on Twitter at @random_Rhapsody. So thank you again, everybody, for watching tonight. And on behalf of everybody here in Random Rhapsody, thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we will see you again next week. Good night.